TitleMatchNetwork.com.
Yeah, I started wrestling in '77, and I came out. I started. Well, actually, they changed the NCAA rule that you could be a professional in one sport and not in another. So I went and wrestled as my summer job. I went and came to work for Georgia Championship that summer, and then went back and played football my senior year, and then started in January in Florida and stayed down there until about May, and then came to North Carolina till December and learned from those two promotions, from Eddie Graham and Jim Crockett and George Scott, that it was just tremendous amount of knowledge, and took that knowledge back to Texas. And that's when we became Southwest Championship Wrestling. That's when we took, instead of taping our house shows to do our TV show, to get a studio type setting.
Right.
The first thing we did was tape matches before the matches for our TV show. We had no audience, so that really didn't work, but we still tried it for a little bit. And it wasn't that much different than Saturday mornings at TBS Studios.
Right.
I mean, 12 people in there some days. But the best TV shows that we ever did was when we bought a grocery store, and we could put about 400 people in on three sides, jammed into this grocery store, and the atmosphere and the energy and the adrenaline that was exposed was really a neat TV show.
Was that with Bob Sweetan, Scott Casey, and all those guys?
Yeah, that was all in that time. And
was that in San Antonio?
Yes, and that was late '70s, early '80s. It's when we produced the TV show that went on the USA Cable Network. All that, and we syndicated our show, and we ran El Paso, Midland, Odessa, Amarillo, Austin, Waco, Beaumont. The best our territory ever did is when Houston came with us,
Right.
and it killed us when Houston went with Watts, because it was your biggest money town, which it was always the biggest money town for Dallas when they were booking it. But it really hurt our business, because now your big stars were going to Watts,
Right.
because the one big money town. We did very well for a couple of years. I mean, we really did. We made a lot of guys a lot of money. We went broke paying wrestlers.
I was going to ask you what happened in Southwest. What led to its downfall?
We went broke
Right.
paying wrestlers. Most companies paid, like, if you paying off the gate, the wrestlers' end would have been like 28 to 30%. We were paying 46%. Not intentionally. And I've got to shoulder the blame because I made most of the payoffs out.
Right.
We had guys on the opening match who were making $900 a week average.
How many days a week did they run?
We ran probably 4, 5, 6.
Mm-hmm.
And, Houston was strong. And we balanced it out, and San Antonio ran, and we were doing good business. But I mean, good business for San Antonio at that time was 15 to 20,000. And we were knocking that out every. I don't think we ran every week, but I think we ran every 2 weeks. But we were doing TV every week, and then Corpus and those kind of things. And I mean, we had it cut down to the essentials where you could make money on a $5,000 show, and still pay the wrestlers well. But the one thing that I didn't do and didn't have the knowledge to, and I was too busy being a star and a lot of other things, I didn't have a real good discipline on where we were going.
Right.
I didn't have a disciplined vision. And we were doing well. I mean, God, they're like 3 or 4 years in a row. I mean, for a small territory like we were doing, the main event guys were all making $60, $70, $80,000. Virtually no trips. I mean, it was great.
It's easy.
And so there was a lot of time to be a screw up and a lot of time to do a lot of things. Well, by doing that, I didn't say this is where we want the company to be in 3 years. This is where we want the company to be in 5 years, 10 years. Had no vision.
Right.
And without vision, you perish. If you don't have a vision, you'll end up floundering, and you'll perish. And so most of the downfall of Southwest Championship Wrestling is attributed to me. I don't know that my dad would agree with that, but it is. I helped get it where it was,
Right.
but I also am probably the main figure of why it toppled. And then I was had a cocaine problem, and decided the only way that I'd get my life straight was quit. I quit wrestling. I quit my own company, and they went on for a little while. And the Bushwhackers booked it for a while, but they had a lot of good stuff. I didn't watch. I didn't pay attention.
Right.
Because I quit. I got me fixed. I started getting back in shape. I quit doing drugs. I quit drinking and got me back in tune. And I lost a lot of things financially. But that's when I moved to North Carolina.
Okay.
I right in there. I went to Kansas City for about a month, and my God, that's worse than Siberia. Kansas in the winter, Christmas, January,
Not good.
working for Geigel. You want to see some empty buildings. Good gracious.
Really? Bad?
Well, the world champion, Ric Flair, wrestled Brody, and I wrestled Buzz Tyler, so I got to take some of the heat from the bad house. Topeka one night, I mean, it was $2,200. And that's not exactly
Wow.
setting the world on fire.
Did you still follow the business as far as watching Titan or WCW?
Very little.
Do you let your kids watch it? Or?
My children aren't up that late on Monday nights.
Would you?
Would
if
I?
they were older with the product, how do you feel like?
I never watched it really growing up.
Mm.
You know, my children don't like it when I've taken them to the matches. They don't like it when I get hurt or when I sell and that kind of stuff. So probably not.
Who were? Sorry.
Go ahead.
Who were the top 3 workers that you worked with?
Watch thousands of exclusive shoot interviews right now on TitleMatchNetwork.com.